restrict your food because they were very poor at one point in their life, so they didn't want to do that to any of their grandkids or kids. My dad was different. He was raised by an army man. He went into the Marine Corps and he was a very strict person. And so I vividly remember most of my childhood was you do not get seconds was a big thing
Mm.
with our eating. So I started off already thinking that not eating is probably the better option. And then I would say it wasn't until I turned like 11 or 12 was when I really stopped eating. That's when I started skipping lunches. I would have coffee for breakfast instead of actual food. And that went all the way on until after high school. It wasn't until high school itself, probably around sophomore, junior year, when my friends started getting concerned that I would constantly have to go home because I wasn't eating lunch and I would come to school without food sometimes. And I would usually tell them the truth. We didn't have money for food, so I just opted not to eat. But it became such a compulsion that I just was like, I don't want to eat anyways. We don't have the money for food right now. The school won't give me food. I'm like, I just won't eat. And my friends started pointing out that, hey, that's not healthy. Please tell me you at least eat breakfast. So that's when I tried to appease them by I started bringing like little snack bags of Cheerios with my coffee in the morning, but I barely ate that either. I just had coffee and then I would skip lunch. And by the time lunch rolled around, I would be so delirious and out of it and sick that I started having my grandma pick me up from school almost every day. And then I would barely eat anything for dinner. And I think when I started having grandma pick me up, that's when I started really realizing something was wrong. That's when my grandma started noticing something was wrong. And we didn't have good health insurance back then, so I wasn't able to go see a doctor or anything. And the only people who were concerned was a couple of my friends and my grandparents. Nobody else was concerned. Everyone else thought I was normal. Everyone else thought I looked fine. I was struggling with realizing that, oh, I probably should eat more. But then the idea of eating terrified me because then it came with the idea of gaining weight and the idea of the way I look. Because my dad made a lot of comments about my appearance throughout my entire childhood. He made a lot of comments about my weight and my appearance because I come from a heavy set family on my mom's side. Both my mom and my grandma were heavier set. And so I naturally was when I was younger. And then I stopped eating. And so a lot of people simply saw it as, oh, you're skinnier now. That's a good thing. You're healthier now.